Well, full disclosure, if you've seen me on the live stream before, I'm always happy. It's one of my favorite type of live streams when we get to discuss MP Elizabeth May. I must admit, I'm a fan. And true story, I was recently, in Ottawa for the Ostrich Farm documentary we're working on. I ran into her in person. I've never met her in person. And like a total nerd, I went up, I said, I'm your biggest fan on the right. We shook hands. I didn't get an interview because it was actually during a morning period for Tumbler Ridge. So, of course, it wasn't appropriate to just bomb her. But here's what she had to say today. I think you guys are going to, or not today. I don't know exactly. I'm assuming yesterday. I think you guys are going to find her comments about Mark Carney's leadership quite interesting.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth May, leader of the Green Party of Canada, and I'm really honored to serve as the Member of Parliament for Saanich Gulf Islands. I'm something of a parliamentary nerd. I know the rules. I love democracy, and I think democracy is threatened right now. Mark Carney is new as an MP. He has a lot of experience in the world as a banker, and he's very smart, but he needs to really pay attention to the importance of parliamentary democracy. Just because he can push through bills with a bulldozer doesn't mean he should. We have massive bills being carried now. For the first time in my experience as an MP, bills are carried that allows the bill itself to break other laws that are already in place. This isn't a good idea. It's not prudent. We need to study bills properly, not bulldoze them through. I'm asking for Canadians to pay attention to what's happening here in Parliament. It's not making headlines, but it should. Democracy itself is being bulldozed. Thank you.
Now, I don't like her because I agree with her normally. It's just, I like her attitude. It's kind of like, I don't care. But this time I agree. It's kind of weird. What do you think?
I agree too. And, this sentence, like what she actually said, needs to be applied also when she disagrees. Like it's not because now you disagree, but it needs to always apply either that you disagree or you agree with the principle. It's just because most of the time, some people will say, okay, I'm applying this because I disagree, but for the other people, it cannot apply. It's not just apply on my side, but I will not apply when you disagree, what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think she's right, but wait until that Mark Carney begin to be a majority government. As of right now, it's a minority government, and we are seeing what he's doing. Imagine if after the by-election that we are going to pass through, because there is three of them, if Mark Carney is starting to be a majority government, I just don't know what is ahead for Canada. It's just, I don't know for you, but
for all of us, man. Very, very, very scary thought. Like those by-elections are so important. And hopefully we don't see shenanigans like ridings suddenly moving like we saw during the election with Polyev and almost 100 candidates. It's funny if you look at the comments, and I don't know if the producer would be able to do that fast enough, but if you look in that Elizabeth May comments, you see a lot of the gifs of, her drinking, having a beer and wine, or they're poking fun. But I think that was a very sober comment that she made. This concern that we're seeing of, there you go. She never gets a break. It just makes me laugh. I love talking about Elizabeth May, but no, but this is serious. This rushing in, this passing of legislation before people can, our elected officials can even read it. It's getting bad when the leader of the Green Party is saying, hold on, like Mark Carney, he's sort of becoming like authoritarian here. What's going on? This isn't democratic. So when you hear that over there, we're in trouble, and you're absolutely right. God forbid we see a majority if this is already happening in a minority. And I'm reminded of that period of time when I might get the time wrong. I don't know if I think it was before he was officially elected as leader, Carney, and when he was serving after Trudeau was gone. But if you remember, there was this period in time where they just passed all this money. They took all this money for they said like an emergency that they can't talk about,
Yes.
and it wasn't even voted on, and it was
Mhm.
so much money, and it's like, oh my gosh. So
I
there's just,
remember when the MP of
yeah,
his own party was like saying that it was really like, authoritarian, like in the sense that
right,
you couldn't actually arrive late. It was like really like, like he was mainly like governing by himself, and disregarding like that he has a team behind, and is just a minority government. There is the opposition who have the rights to talk, and there is also the other party as the Bloc Québécois and the Green Party, whatever, like you like them or not, but like the NDP is not existing anymore, so almost. So I cannot
hmm,
really name them, but
yeah,
the thing is, we had a first wave of this impression, and now we are seeing more of this impression that Mark Carney just like to govern by himself and doesn't like to be counter in argument.
yep, no, and we keep hearing he's smart. That's what she said there, and I think that's what a lot of people voted for, because Trudeau didn't really come across smart, and I think even even the boomers were ready to get rid of him. It seemed like, until it became about Trump, and I was like, he's smart. He's going to get us through. Yeah, yeah, he's smart at getting his whatever, whoever
Yeah,
he's serving. I don't know.
yeah, but we
Yeah,
have
he's smart
rule.
at getting that done.
We have rule and we have democracy. You can't actually just arrive and say, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't need all of you, and I'm just doing everything on my side.